Hello, hello. Let me check. Hello, Alex. Hello, Hadrian. Hello, Ash. Ash, some decent vibes and pretty eepy. Alex is like this 51. Oh, if only. What are you saying? You're more tired than that? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. That's no bueno. No taco. But yes, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. This will be an interesting stream. I'm not 100% sure exactly what's going on. I'm very EP at work. I feel that. Why do you think I take a nap during lunch every day? Because I'm sitting at my desk falling asleep. Those are some decent vibes, though. We take those. We take those. But yes, today we are going to be looking at graphics cards because I own entirely too many. Hi on Dante. And as you can maybe tell, I don't know if you can or not, the model tracking is a little bit better because when I visited my parents last week, I was able to get a refurbished iPhone that I can use for model tracking instead of having to rely on the webcam, which means the webcam can now be a hand cam. 30-minute lunch, that's enough. Those are decent vibes, very eepy. I said you're here for the hands, give me okay. All right, let me make sure hand cams are set up properly. Transition. And there they are. Let me move the model out of the way a little bit. Be a little guy down here. But hello. There's hands. Yes. I did have to move my monitor forward a little bit more in order to be able to get the hand cam to not fall over. And yes. Hi, Beans. So yes. So white man hands. This is true. I'm Meep. But yes, so today we're gonna look at graphics cards, and I do mean that in the literal sense. Hi, mother. I have every graphics card that I own except for the one in the main PC because that's kind of needed in order to run the stream. Has been pulled out of a machine, or I have it in its box, and I'll have to pull them out of the box. And we can take a look at them. I don't know why I decided. Well, I decided to do this because I got in addition to the iPhone, which you can actually see here, I did pick up another graphics card while I was visiting my parents last week. So, like the pad and your keyboard. Thank you. That's the this. This is the Stream Deck, which gets a decent amount of use. But okay, I'm gonna move keyboard up a little bit if I can. Oh, that's gonna bug. Yeah, that's enough. All right. Oh, the mouse pad. Yes, it was just like I think it was like $30 or something on Amazon. I probably need to clean it if I'm being honest. I know I need to clean my keyboard. I'm just lazy. And so I haven't done that. Someday, maybe. But okay. I was also look. I was like, I want a new mouse pad because my plain one is the current one I had when I moved was just black, and it looks like shit because the black shows everything. Whereas this doesn't show much, which is good. I need to sleep more. No. But yes, so I figured I would start us off with a graphics card that has actually been on stream before, which is, oh god, oh my spine. This one's not in this box, so I do have the box. This is the graphics card that I used in the Windows 7 PC that I built, oh god, in like January, I think it was, on stream. Everyone is quite EP today, 72%. Mother's got a lot of milk, though. And Beans has all of the vibes. Hell yeah, we love to see it. Actually, I don't remember exactly what this is. It's been so long since I messed with it. It's a GTX 500 series. I want to say it's a 580. I think it's a 580, but so yeah, first card we do have this guy, which is very old. I wouldn't use it to run anything modern. Was he run his back? Hi Kaio, go to bed. I woke up an hour ago, but fine. Yes, exactly. That's how it works. It is real Ren, yes, real Ren, or at least his hands. It's not that one video game. No, although depending on how quick this goes, I may play that later. We'll see. I haven't touched that in a minute, but yeah, it's interesting looking at this because I mean it's old and you can tell it's got like some dust around here. I mean, if you go and look at the fan side, there's dust in the fin stacks, which you probably can't really see. And it's also just an older design. Like you can look at the card, like the feel of it especially, you can just tell it's designed very differently from how they are these days. Which is interesting, especially because like if you look at the PCI or the PCIB, I think that's the right thing. I'm blanking. Kaya's pretty EP too. You know what day it is? It's Tuesday, which is the milk tax day, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh, my hands are now covered in dust. It's milk time? Hell yeah. But like in modern cards, yes, the cooler goes all the way to the end, but it's connected all the way at the end. On this one, it's not. So the cooler, you can like pull it away from the board, which is interesting. But that's just how cards were kind of designed back then, I guess. Sure you don't get your hands all... Sure you don't get it all over your hand? What? What? Oh, the dust? Yeah. So yeah, that's the first card. Oh, and it's back. It's also an old enough card. Way back in the early days, you could run what they called SLI, which required a physical connector between between two graphics cards that would go in here. These pull off. I've never pulled these off, and it's clearly been a very long time since they have been pulled off. But it's got similar to these connectors over here, but just smaller. And you'd run a cable from this to another of the same graphics card that you could have in your system and run two graphics cards. Now that sort of fell out of favor because A, no games were really designed to take use of it. Oh, let me allow that auto mod. Got a little bit too dumb for this, but I'll stay because oh, thank you, Beans. But yeah, no games really used it. The drivers weren't very good, and it was a lot of cost for not a lot of performance gain when it did work. I don't know why that I think it was like the I'm too dumb part, which was interesting. But yeah, that's why you don't see those. I think the 10 series had them. There were some 20 series cards that had them. Those are the most recent ones though. 30, 40, and 50 series cards did not. And to be honest, you don't need them. So yeah, that's the first one we'll look at. Hold up, where is that the VRAM? No. Hold up. There's these big black things on the back. These big black boxes, and I'm gonna look up and see what those are actually, because I don't actually know. They almost look like big memory chips for some reason. Uh, they are capacitors. Okay. Well, now we know. It's that BBC run. What? Huh? Ashian Louis. Oh my god. It's still when it is. Or with the bling on. Wait, I always wear the rings. Ah. Oh, Louis came in screaming. That's never a good sign, probably. But yeah, so that's the first card. It's very old. Definitely the oldest one I have. Although I've only owned it for a few months, so it was quite cheap on eBay, as you would sort of expect of a card this old. But it works, so that's good. Next one I will grab is. Actually, let me grab this. This one. Oh, once I got it. Got it. This one is the graphics card that is normally in my media PC. It is honestly probably one of, if not my favorite graphics card. I don't know why. I just really like it for no apparent reason. But yeah, so this one is a RTX 2070. So 20 series, NVIDIA's first ray tracing capable graphics cards. 2070 was sort of like just a mid-range that I don't know. I really like it. Hi, Beryl. Hi, Louis. I feel like if I'm mispronouncing anyone's names, I apologize. Can't read. I think this was also the first white graphics card I ever got. I got it used as well at one point, just because I've always liked the 2070. I don't know why. And so I was just like, well, I want to get my hands on the 2070, and this one was a good price on eBay, so I bought it. Most of my all of my used cards come from eBay, basically. And yeah, it was in my main PC for a while, and ever since I built the media PC, it's been the card in that, and it's done well. It's been great. It's never had any issues. It just works, which is wonderful. Are you working out of work? No, I don't get to deal with this stuff much in work. I wish I did. I would enjoy my job a lot more if I did. But yeah, this has a 6-pin power connector, which I always don't know how to feel about those. But in general, it's a well put together card. I think it's still a plastic backplate, but it's like a nice plastic. It might be metal. And yeah, it's just a solid. This one here is actually, the 20 series is not new cars, but this one is still pretty clean. Like, there's not a lot of dust or anything in it. I mean, it just works. So you can't complain too much. Just came home from my nail appointment. Ooh, okay, nice, nice. I require pictures of the nails, please. You don't have to. If you want, I won't complain. Set that down, and then the other one that's not in a box. So this is the last of the ones that I just pulled out of a PC. I have a little ITX build that I built because I had the parts and I've never used it. Because I don't have any use for it. But I have the computer. And this is the graphics card that was in that. It's an Intel Arc A380, which was their... So Intel's A series was their first generation of dedicated graphics cards, of which I have 2 other A series cards as well. I had like 6 at one point, which is too many. The A380, I believe, is the one that actually launched first. And it's like the low end one for like entry level stuff. I think it costs like $150 new. I'm still sick as heck, but at least now I'm pretty. Beryl, you're always pretty. What? And so yeah, so this is that. This card at the time I got it was officially only for sale in China. You could get them on Newegg for a decent bit over MSRP, so that's what I paid for it because I wanted it. Silence you, make me. But it's a nice little. Ash, thank you for the sub. You're entirely too sweet. Hello, Jirai. And hello, Dahai. Thank you for the head pats. But yeah, it's a nice little solid card. It works well. The cooler I was a bit concerned about because some of these metal looks a little bit thick, but it cools fine. So I'm like, all right, cool, we'll take it. Beryl is asleep, which is fair, as you should be if you're sick. Rest. But yeah. No, I do quite like this card. It's not very powerful, so I don't really have much of a use for it, which is why it's lived in that little ICX PC. But you know, if you need like a entry level little baby great gaming card, A38 is a pretty solid option. And I do quite like this version of it. Alright, so those are the 3 graphics cards that I pulled out of PCs like when I got home today. Taking notes because I don't understand anything about PC stuff. Look, if you ever have questions, absolutely hit me up. That goes with anyone. If you ever have PC questions, at least hardware-wise, hit me up. Ren has net. You know, Dazzy, you are the second person that has said that to me today. And all I'm gonna say, thank you for the Home Depot. Alright, and all that I'm gonna say, let me get my timer started actually really quick. All that I'm gonna say, Mr. Daz, is that if you want it to happen, just get over here. We can make it happen. It's not too hard. It's true, I've cried to Ren regularly about you do, and it's I appreciate it. So there's my phone case. Because otherwise no one else can ever tell that I'm gay. It's fine. What about computers? I got you, I got you. Want those hands on my cheekbones? Ooh, okay, okay. But yes, that's all of the 3 graphics cards that are in PCs at the moment that are not the main PC, because again, that one's kind of running the stream. I can't exactly show it to you very well on stream. Look, Louis, you don't have to hold back. It's okay. Be as unhinged as you want. You're right, Dazzy. I'm fucking... Hold on. Let me restart the timer. I got distracted. Delete that. Start it again. We're fine. Okay. All right. Lovely. Want to be head pat? I can try. So then I saw that. Hold up. I've got to take a look. Oh, Beryl, those are gorgeous. I fucking love those. I'm also a... I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm a slut for fucking monochrome. So I love those nails. Those are absolutely very, very pretty. I am monochrome. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Them bitches weren't cheap, so definitely downsizing. That is very, very fair. Look, Dazzy, he's just a horny little lad. You know what happens to the best of us? That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. All right. The rest of these are in boxes, so I was too lazy to pull them out. Plus, they're all sitting in my weight bench, and I didn't have enough room, and I can stack the boxes. It's a bit more difficult to stack the graphics cards, so I'll take a bit longer. But what we'll start with is we've got a 1660 Ti, which I'll pull out of the box now. That's the way. I'm so not horny IRL ever, but it's just silly fun. You know what? Honestly, that's so valid. That is so valid. That's some milk. Dazzy's also got some milk. I don't know nothing about that computer part. That's alright. So the 16 series card, of which this, and I do actually have another one as well, was sort of like a bit of like a weird middle stepchild for NVIDIA. Because if you're looking at NVIDIA generations, generally it goes up by... well, now it used to go up by 100, so you had like the 100, 200, 300, 400 series, that sort of stuff. Australian accent, Reem. When I can do a fucking Australian accent, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Only once in my life I had to plug new RAM in, and I was scared. That, you know, that's fair. If you don't know anything about it, it can be a bit daunting. But so, yeah. So it went up by the hundreds until they got to the thousands, and then you had the. Some people call it the 1000. It's also called the 10 series, and then the 20 series and the 30 series. I love your forearms. Those? They're very skinny. I need to work on them probably. But thank you. I try my best. And yes, there is a tattoo on one of them. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so you had like 10, 20, 30, 40, and now you're at the 50 series. Where's the phone going? Oh, alright. That's... That's the time it up. Alright. Alright. Anyway. But in between the sort of the 10 and the 20 series, you had the 16 series, which consisted of the 1650, the 1650 Super, the 1660, the 1660 Super, and the 1660 Ti, which is the card I'm about to show you. The 16, because as I said with the 2070 that I showed earlier, he does have Mr. 32. As I sort of talked about a wee bit with the 2070 I showed earlier, and Wesley, hello. The 20 series was the first series from NVIDIA that had actual ray tracing hardware, so they could actually do ray tracing games and stuff without dying horribly. The 16 series was basically just like the entry-level 20 series. I don't have to talk with the S, and I don't know I'm still doing it. Thank you for the hydrate. Sigma, hello. So they were just like the baby 20 series, the entry-level cards. They didn't have the ray tracing hardware, but they were still the same architecture as the 20 series. So this is probably my favorite 1660 Ti just because it is so overkill. This is a card that will only draw 120 watts. And yet they put the same card on, or the same cooler on it, as they put on the 2080 Ti, which was like the highest end 20 series card that could draw like 300 or something. It was like 350 watts. And they put the same cooler on the 1660 Ti, and it's very funny because it's so ridiculously overkill. Yeah, because this you look at this and you think, oh, that's a big card. It must be kind of powerful, and it's really not. It's really not that. It's really not that beefy of a card. I've used it to run stuff that I shouldn't have used it to run, and it ran it fine. But it's just an entertaining one to me, at least. Let me see if I can get this back in the box. Of course, all the graphics cards come in like these anti-static bags that sometimes are a bit of a pain to get them back in properly. And always very loud. But it's good because it means like if you have static electricity or something, you don't have to worry about frying your fucking graphics card. So, worth it. Alright. Put that back in the box. That's a card that hasn't been used in a while. I don't know when I'll use it next, if I'll ever use it again. Because it's just, it's a lower end card and I don't really have much of a use for it, if I'm being... But I just really like it. It's just a silly card. So, I still have it. It's still kicking around. Oh, a barrel. Oh no, not the 8%. Ren, your favorite Holy Spirit? Sugar Baby Bray, I think you've got some stiff competition for that one, I'm gonna be honest. Dazzy with all of the vibes. Gee, bus. Alright. So, this next card I am going to show is, it's nothing special. I will be completely honest. But there's, no, that's for me to know and for you to not worry about. It's absolutely nothing special. It's just a rinky little dinky entry-level graphics card. But it's a little bit special to me because this one was my first graphics card. So this here is another 16 series. It's the other one that I told you about, which I haven't actually pulled out of the box in a while. Just because I haven't had a use for it. But this is a 1650 Super. This is a particular version of the 1650 Super that they were still making and selling when the 30 series was released, and I think they were even still selling these when the 40 series was released. So these lived like 2 generations past when they were current. But also it's because there wasn't really like a low-end 30 or 40 series card. So if you wanted like an actual low-end graphics card, stuff like this is what you bought. And I mean, I remember being my first card, it was like, I got this, and then at the time I was used to running the integrated graphics, which for those of you that don't know, you can't really run games much on the integrated graphics. Like I was playing Valheim with a friend, and I was averaging like 14 FPS on the lowest possible graphic settings. And that was just what I was used to. And then I got this and I put this in the system, and suddenly at like high graphic settings, I was getting 90. And it was like, okay, I understand why graphics cards are kind of important now, because holy shit, that makes a massive fucking difference. But yeah, this card is not one I think I'll ever get rid of. I know it's not particularly useful or powerful or really much for anything anymore, but it's just, you know, it was my first card, and I tend to be a sentimental little bitch, so yeah. This one will always be around somewhere. Plus, like, if I needed money, it's not like this is worth much anyway, so there wouldn't be much of a point to selling it. That one, because it was the first card I ever installed too, I was so nervous that I was gonna mess it up installing it. Like, I'd seen plenty of people install graphics cards in like YouTube videos, but I had never done it myself, and I was like, oh, I really hope I don't fuck this up. And I didn't. Little did I know it would then lead to probably thousands of dollars worth of graphics cards over the course of like the next 2 years. So I forgot to put the foam pad back in the box. I should do that. Slide that in. All right. Nope. Come on, in there. Some of these are very tightly packaged, which is fine. All right. Now, so all the cards that you've seen so far are NVIDIA. The other bigger, they are without a doubt the #1 graphic card producer at the moment. Like they have like 80 to 90% of the market share. It's ridiculous. Kind of a shame because the company's kind of a piece of shit. But you know, outside of that, they have the market share. I don't actually have any AMD cards. AMD's second. I used to have an RX 6950 XT, but I sold that before I moved just because I was like, I don't need this, and I could use the extra money, and it sold for like $400, so it was worth some extra money. And then more recently, Intel has started making graphics cards, and for those of you that don't know, little pop is so cute. Yeah, whenever you hear, wait, I don't know if you can hear any of it. Whenever you hear that, in the background, that just means I'm holding and messing with this, because my hands like have to be doing stuff at all times. And this is just like the default go-to. This is actually the second one of these I had. Initially, me and my siblings were given these by my cousin. Mine was red, and I used it so much that I broke it. This one was my brother's that he never used, and so when mine broke, he gave it to me. And I'm sure I'll break this one and have to buy another one at some point, but once you pop what? Say it. But anyways, so Intel started making graphics cards. They've only been making them. They've only got 2 generations out at the moment. The A series and now the B series. You can, yeah, but basically it was just because it's rubber, right? And it's rubber that you're moving back and forth. Once you pop, you just can't stop. I feel like that's lyrics that I don't know the song to. Astien. You're entirely too sweet. Hi, Amphius. Goldfish? Well, yes. Stop. No, you. But yes, so Intel started making their graphics cards probably 3 years ago or so at this point. You know what you're doing? I know exactly what I'm doing, yes. Oh, wait, no, that's Pringles. What is? Goldfish? Wait, is that like the Pringles thing? Because I know goldfish is the snack that smiles back. They do smile until you bite them, yeah. And then they just don't have a face anymore. But anyways, I bought a lot of the Intel cards. I am a little bit of an Intel fanboy. I'm reasonable. I know what the best options are. I know that currently in the CPU market, AMD is probably your better option. But I like my Intel because I'm me and I am a creature of habit. And I honestly, in the Intel graphics cards, are just solid cards for good prices at this point. So, you know, the first one, the Ultra's still, yeah, no, the Core Ultra's CPUs are not great. If I was building a new PC, personally, I would still probably use it, but, so the first card is a version of the A770, which is their highest end card for their first gen, which is codenamed Alchemist. That's also what the A is for. I generally can't remember seeing an Intel CPU go out of work in a very long time. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. This particular card at the time was only available in China, but I had a coworker who had ways of ordering Chinese things and having them shipped to the US. And so I asked him, hey, could you buy one of those cards and get it shipped here for me? And he did, and I paid him for it, and it showed up. So I was like, hey, I'll take it. And so yes, we've got, this is one of the several versions of the A770. I actually gave one of the A770s to my brother. It's what he currently has on his PC. He's been using it daily since he got the PC, basically. Yeah, it's a nice little, I say little, nice beefy 3-fan cooler. This GPU will probably use about 200 watts at max. You can probably go a little bit over that if you do like overclocking and stuff, but usually 200 is about where it'll max out. But it is a very pretty card, which is why I want it. This lights up blue whenever you turn it on. I've just realized how much of a mirror that is. I hope I haven't doxed myself on accident, but that's fine. But yeah, so this is the first of the Intel A770s. And then I do actually have another A770, which is... just going to set that over there. Hi, Rye. So this one is the A770 that I got pretty much at launch, or as close as I could find one in stock to launch. It's the actual Intel version. Usually, like, NVIDIA makes their Founders Edition, so it's the NVIDIA graphics cards made by NVIDIA. AMD has the Reference Edition, and Intel has what they call their Limited Edition. So it's the version of the card that is made fully by the manufacturer. All the other graphics cards you see, like Asus, MSI, Gigabyte, those are what you call board partners. Basically, they buy the GPUs, like the actual dies and stuff from NVIDIA, and then they make their own graphics card around it just using that die. Whereas this is like fully from the manufacturer. This is how the manufacturer made their card. And this particular one is a very simple one. You just open it. There it is. What it is? What transition? Oh, I guess I hit something on the keyboard. I didn't mute anything or anything, did I? No, it's also going. Okay, good. I don't know what I hit. It's fine. Is one of the prettiest cards that I have easily. I mean, it's very just generally sleek all around. Looks very nice. The white strip here, the white strip on the side, and then inside the fan you can kind of see it. There's a white strip. Those are all fully customizable LED strips. So they have, you know, however many LED bulbs in them, and you can like completely set them to whatever color, pattern, and stuff you want, which can look very, very pretty. And in general, it's just a very pretty looking card. This was the second graphics card I ever bought after that 1650 Super that I showed you guys earlier. So hi, Mr. Mothfella. And another one that I highly doubt I will ever get rid of, just because it is very pretty, and I don't know, I just like it. Oh, Put that there. Get the, I didn't actually package the other one yet, so let me go ahead and put that back in its box. Hi, Ray, how are you? I know this is probably a lot of useless information, but, you know, it's fun, at least to me, to yap about it. I hope it's not too boring. Oh, did I hit the key? I think I hit the keyboard again. Thought transition to nothing. Alright. Good, good. Let's go ahead and... If I was holding one of these, I would trip and drop it. Yep, it does. Yes, yes, there is a redragon keyboard. Your rings are. Oh, thank you. Let me get this guy back in the box. This box never closes very well, which is kind of annoying, but it's what it is. All right. I guess, yes, there are rings. This one is the oldest one. I got it at a random shop in South Dakota probably 10 years ago at this point, and I have worn it since. This one was just a random ring off of Amazon. This one was also off Amazon, supposedly from the design supposedly inspired by Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know if I see it all that much, but it's a decent enough design. It's actually the second one I bought because I lost the first one. And then this gold one, which is the only gold one I have, was actually my dad's that he gave to me at one point. I don't know what finger he wore it on. The only finger of mine that it fits on is my pinky, and I don't think my fingers are that much bigger than his. And so I'm like, I don't know what finger. Maybe he wore it on his pinky? I have no idea. But there's pretty handsome, nice rings. Hey, you know, I try. Look, a lot of these stuff on the model was... yeah. There was actually two. I gave the other one to my brother just that he could have one, and then he at one point forgot what it was or where it came from, and I was like, bruh, I should have just kept it. But I wanted to be nice. Dad is beaming peoples with radars on 380 again. I don't think he is. Hi ho. I was gonna say, but yeah, like that's where like you look at the model. It's got the rings. When I'm not sitting in my apartment, I wear a watch. I used to wear some bracelets, but I don't really wear them much anymore. Especially after I got the tattoo. And like the outfit of the model and stuff is all like stuff that I would wear to work, like used to wear to work for the most part. Obviously not exactly how I wore it. I actually had to look a bit professional and not half, tucked. But like that's why a lot of the stuff in the model is just it's based on actual me. Because I was like, I'm too tired to make it a character, so it's just gonna be me. That's what it is. But anyways, I got distracted. There's one more graphics card. This is the one that I bought last week. It hasn't gone in my PC yet. At some point this week, I plan on pulling the 4070 Ti that's in there out and putting this in. Hi, Clav. So what I'm hearing is Ren is very handsome. Ren has hands. I don't know if that counts, but he does have hands, for better or for worse. But I managed to get a hold, while I visit my parents, of Intel's second gen cards, or one of their second gen cards, which I'm very excited to see how it is. I know it's actually not as powerful as what I currently have in my system. I'm also me, so I don't really care. But yes, I do in fact have some hands. Let me try to turn it around so you guys can kind of see when I open it a little bit, because the camera is over there. I've already opened this. So yeah, you open it. It's got this little cardboard thing here that just kind of comes out. And a nice little cloth that says Intel Arc on it. Go back to break. Yes, good luck, Hope. I appreciate you. Thank you for the lurk. It's got this weird cardboard thing to put over here, which I don't understand why that's there. I've never seen that in any other card packaging before, but you know, it's there. And then you have the actual card itself, which let's see if I can get it out. There we go. Box. And there it is. Fairly similar to the old one, or to the previous gen. This one doesn't have all the LEDs that the last one did, but it's also technically a lower end card, even though it actually performs better. Yeah, I think it's still very clean. It's a bit more practical. Like you can actually like get on the old one. Actually, I can just open that box up. Hold up. Intel learned some lessons. Because on the old one, like every once in a while, you can have it where you have to repaste the GPU because like the thermal paste and the thermal pads in there can just go bad. They don't cool very well anymore. The downside of the old one is that this plastic piece here is held on by glue. So once you like pry it off, it's never going to go quite back on properly, which means if you ever have to go and repaste your graphics card, it's never going to quite go fully back together properly again. which while it looks great initially, if you have to do that, it's gonna kind of suck. Let me put this back. Actually, no, I'll keep this out in case I have any other stuff. Hi, Jason. So with the current with the new gen stuff, they did make some adjustments. Obviously, out of the flow through area for just better cooling performance in general, because that cooler, while it works, is a little bit hot. You've also got actual screws in the back here so that you can take the screws out to take the back panel off to go through and replace fans or redo thermal paste or something if you have to. It's actually like a serviceable graphics card, unlike what the previous one was. But they still kept like the general clean vibes, clean design. It's still a very pretty card. I'm excited to put this in and see how it performs. I know, again, it will be worse than what I currently have, but I also don't care because I'm me and I'm weird when it comes to my computer hardware. It is. And I know Intel's got some good encoders, so what temps is so when it comes to when it comes to CPUs, Mr. Nocturne, generally you don't most CPUs will thermal throttle at 90 degrees Celsius. That means once they hit 90 degrees, they will make themselves slower and draw less power in order to keep themselves from overheating. If your CPU hits 100 degrees Celsius, it's supposed to automatically shut the PC off. Because at that point, it is very much to the point where it's like it will damage itself. Generally, the lower the temps you can keep it, the better. I see if you said it was at 8,000 degrees before I replaced it. Jesus Christ, Jason. That must have been the bad sensor or something. Holy shit. But yeah, generally the CPUs for both AMD and Intel, well, I think AMD runs up to 95 before it starts thermal throttling. Intel runs up to about 90. I know Intel at least should shut off at 100, and AMD is going to be around there as well. But that's for CPUs. Oh my, so I can cook instant noodles on my computer again? Yes. Graphics cards are a little bit more hit or miss. I know for NVIDIA cards, they tend to thermal throttle at 83 degrees, at which point they will basically just keep drawing less power and clocking themselves lower and lower until they actually get their temps under control. Your graphics card won't shut down your computer because it overheated like your CPU will. It will just stop giving you performance. AMD, I don't know where theirs is. It might be a little bit higher. I know the Intel cards will thermal throttle at 90. So a little bit warmer than the NVIDIA cards will get. Granted, generally, of course, you don't want them getting close to the thermal throttle range if you can possibly avoid it. I know certain games make my general process units go crazy with the heat. Yeah. Certain games are optimized differently. They use different hardware differently, and it's a lot. But yeah, so like this one here would go up to 90 before it thermal throttles. All the NVIDIA cards it should before would only go up to like 83. Cue that meme of the weatherman whose weather screen showed Dallas at 101,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Exactly. Gosh, I wish I could avoid those temps one day. Yeah. Yeah, laptops are a little bit different, Mr. Nocturne. The laptops tend to run hotter just because there's not much they can do at that point. You're having to put all that in a very small, very limited cooling capacity chassis. And so laptops will generally run just warmer. I don't know if they have a higher like throttle thing or not. They might. Everyone in McKinney is dead. Look, as someone who used to live very close to McKinney, I think a lot of people wouldn't be too upset. Neat tattoo, thank you. My lap also runs warm. Oh, proof. But yes. So I need to try to get this back in the box. Yeah, this GPU at some point this week, I will swap out my current 4070 Ti, which once I get this packed up, maybe I can pull up a picture of at least. It's by far my largest graphics card, but there's unfortunately not a way to show it on stream because it's running the stream. So let me get this guy back in his box. My brother and gaming laptop. Look, there's nothing wrong with the gaming laptop. I have a gaming laptop. I don't really use it much anymore. I'll bring it with me sometimes on like work trips, but I usually don't have a lot of time sitting in the hotels, or the internet is so bad anyways that you can't really play anything. So I'm kind of just like, well, what's the point? So at this point, I usually just bring my little 14-inch Asus and just watch YouTube or Twitch streams if the internet allows. All right, that is it there. Gaming laptop. Exactly. You gotta go get yourself one of them gaming laptoppers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bob. And then I actually realized that the other A770 is still sitting right next to my desk. And then put it back in its box. All right. So after this stream, I'll have to put those graphics cards back in their respective computers. I actually need to rebuild the media PC. I pulled the old CPU and RAM out because they were better than what my brother was running. And so I gave them to him when I visited home. And so I need to put the stuff that he was using in the media PC so that it actually works again and is a complete system. I want to build a PC, but then I just sit here looking at parts and I'm like, this is too complicated. That's fair. That's fair. Look, if anyone ever wants, I mean, there's nothing wrong with going with a pre-built either. There are certain companies I would probably stay away from. Dell in general for desktops, I would stay away from. Especially their gaming computers, which is Alienware, if you don't know, is owned by Dell. I'd probably avoid that. But there's a decent number of companies out there that are fine. If you want to buy a pre-built, again, nothing wrong with that at all. And if you ever want to build one, I will gladly help anyone out that wants to. Whether you need help finding parts or actually putting it together. I have like straight up, I have been on calls with someone and like had them turn on their camera and like I helped them get all the wires plugged into the right places, because that's really the hard part. There's a million fucking wires. But yeah, or do what Jason said, just play PC building until you learn it. Actually, let me see if I can copy what. Let me see if I can put. Oh, I can. Oh, hell yeah, it's already there. Oh, sick. I wanted to see if I could put put the hand cam still up on the other ones, and I can. Hee hee hee. All right, let me go really quick. I can't show you the actual card. I can at least show you a picture, like pictures of it. I'm that anime meme of the girl having like 200 yen and being like, one PC, please. Exactly. We need more hand cams. I was only able to set this up because I got the iPhone. Actually, I had another webcam, but it's kind of crap. It's like fisheye, so it doesn't work well for hand cams. But let me do. So there we go. There's what my current graphics card looks like. It's a. Let me. Oh, well, that's. There's a very blurry picture of it. It's a very large card. This is one the iPhone seems to be. Yeah, it seems to be doing well. And the problem that I have is that it's on like the same side as my mic. Because like over here, of course, you can see the iPhone, and the mic is like a direct line here. So sometimes I get behind the mic and then the iPhone gets confused. So I need to figure out the setup a little bit better. Maybe put the iPhone on the other side would be a better option. But, you know, I'll get there. We'll figure it out. But yeah, there you go. That's the card that's in my main PC that I can't show you at the moment. Let me eat it back to there, and then, well, that didn't take very long. We're 51 minutes in, which is about what I figured. It's about what I figured. I find a way to break all the computers in that game. Well, that's what we're gonna go play. So, because I haven't played that in a while, and I figure, you know, we're already talking about computers, so why not just keep that going? If it loads. It seems to be thinking about it. It's maybe loading. Yes, let me do. Thank you for the hydrate. I realize I did that. Dairy Delivery Force. I love the name and also welcome. Let me go ahead and hydrate. And stretch. Oh gosh. Oh. My head pushed my headset, my headrest down on my chair. Right, I need to actually have this set to capture the correct game. That would probably help, huh? Right, with 66 cups of milk. Ooh, nice, nice. We do love that. Jason with 10. That's all right, Jason. Jason, I got you. We can get that number up. Don't you worry about it. Right, I should probably edit the stream info. That'd be a good idea. Because we are, in fact, PC Building Sim 2. Okay. Dairy Delivery Force, deliver 38 cups of milk. That's not bad. That's not bad. We take those. It is an amazing name for that. Louis with 61 cups of milk. Ooh, nice. We'll continue this. I might need to turn the game volume down. That's kind of loud. Noi with 41 cups. It seems to be running confused. But it's getting there. We'll give it a little bit of time to load stuff in. In the meantime, I feel like that was a little bit loud. That's better. Actually, you know what? I haven't. Could be gooey, or I haven't checked my own milk today. 65 cups. I'll take it. How EP am I? 43%. That's not too bad. What about the 47? I'll take it. That could be worse. Could be much, much worse. That is P gooey. P gooey. Louis is 61% AP. Oh gosh, yeah, it is. Come on. This game is not very well optimized either, so it can be a little bit stuttery sometimes. Do I remember what I'm doing? Water cooled GP. Oh, that's right. It got in like getting like the water cooling stuff. Oh, that's kind of a pain. What actually? Let me go. We're just gonna go and build stuff. Andante is actually pretty awake. 32%? Not bad, not bad. I feel more than that. No, the bot never lies. The bot never lies. All right. Yes. Oh, wait. Does this have access to like my actual pictures tab? Hold up. Does that work? Oh shit. I have my PC background made by the very lovely Noe. And I can have that in game apparently. Sick. Didn't know it could do that. What was I? That's right, decorated. That's what I wanted. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I guess let me hold up. Let me see if I can. Is there a way to minimize the game? You know what? If I can't minimize the game, that's fine. I'll just open up the. Just for those of you that haven't seen it. We'll switch over to the desktop. There you go. This picture is my current PC background. It was made by Noe, who I will shout out because he deserves it. That's not how that works. Thank you, Astian. I'm not dumb, I'm just slow. But yeah. He absolutely fucking he did eat. He absolutely fucking killed. So yeah, this is my PC background because I love it. And so yes, there you go. Now you all have seen it. I know I posted part of it on Twitter, but I posted the full thing on Blue Sky, but I know not everyone is on Blue Sky. And that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. So, there we go. Now you've seen that. Let me swap back to Legame. The bunny, it is. And we're just gonna kind of... We could do the campaign, but I don't really want to. What are you? So we're just gonna kind of slap computers together, I think. I think that's what we're gonna do. Oh, there's no... The handsomest demon. Oh, you must be talking about someone else. I don't really like that one. This one's okay. I say that, it's a 3rd gen i3, or sorry, 8th gen i3, 32 gigs of RAM, and a 3090. Hi, Cookie. The specs on this thing are wild. You got an $80 CPU, which is more than that would be worth nowadays, paired with a $2,000 graphics card, which granted is probably a little bit more than it would be worth nowadays, but not by much necessarily. That's very funny. Right, how do I pick you up? Because I need a PC down here. Turn you on. Alright. Hi, Red, how are you? I am doing alright. How are you doing, Cookie? Alright. I need stuff installed. You know, we can install Wormy, sure. Custom cables. There's, what is this? Can you, like, actually play games in the game? Hold up. Oh, there's no... Oh, wait, hold up. Is it just... Oh. I don't have to buy stuff. Everything is just in my inventory already. I just have it all. Okay, cool. But now I need to check. Strike back, go. It's waiting for players. Do other players actually have to play this? I feel like it's not actually going to let me play the game. How about this? Okay. Oh, it's like fucking text-based PC building simulator. Let's see. All right. So, day 1 out of 25, we have 175 bucks in our pocket. We have a stock of 9, whatever that means, and a reputation at 50%. So, right. It's your first day in business as a PC technician. You took out an advert in the local paper, and now you just need to sit back and let the money roll in. The telephone rouses you from a lucid dream about murderous badgers, and you leap from your bed and run headlong into the wall. Alert in an instant. It's a potential customer asking if you can fix their PC. I buy 200 cookies. Astian. You can bake way more than 200 cookies for the ingredients you can buy for 175 bucks. Also, ads will be starting shortly. I apologize, but we must appease the Twitch gods. The customer has replaced their 1990 vintage video card with a new 3DX Witchcraft 1. Ever since then, when they try to run a game on high settings, the PC blue screens. Their budget is $200. I think this is using like actual old hardware. It's the blue screen's not a modeler issue. I would think try the drivers first, but let's try, I guess, upgrade the power supply first. The new power supply does the trick and fixes the issue completely. Another happy customer. Let's go. This game buys lots of cooking goodies from the... There you go. Nice. So we got money. During a brunch meeting in the Lucky Duck, a shady-looking individual sidles up to you and draws your attention to a cut-price floppy drive concealed in his trousers. I've got more in the van, he says as he zips up again. There's 3 altogether for a quick sale. It's tempting. Are we buying random floppy drives that a man has in his pants? Is that what's happening here? I'll offer him 20. All right. Oh, so stock is just parts in general. It can be anything. All right, well, we bought 3 floppy drives that absolutely contain some sort of like porn or something for the 20 bucks. A representative at St. Cedric's Orphanage. Excited to see me, or is that a floppy drive in your pocket? Not the shady side deals. Hey, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Representative from St. Cedric's Orphanage for embarrassing rapscallions buttonholes. For embarrassing rapscallions buttonholes you outside the pub and asks. It says post St. Cedric's Orphanage for embarrassing rapscallions. I assume it's supposed to be like comma. Buttonholes you outside the pubs and asks if you would care to make a small donation of $20. Yeah. They thank you profusely as you prize $20 from the depths of your wallet. Try to comfort yourself by thinking of the smiling faces of the children, but it doesn't work. Then you reflect that your reputation in the local community may well go up as a result of this. Ah, yeah, that works. Yeah, there you go. All right. The telephone rouses you from another lucid dream, but this time about mechanical pirates. And you wake up with a start and throw your alarm clock out the window. I guess I'll have to buy a new alarm clock. It's a potential customer asking if you can fix their PC. You can button my hole. We'll deal with that after soon. Don't you worry about it. The customer's daughter has become obsessed with this city building game. She's built an enormous metropolis, and now the game has started to run slow. I'll be in the corner? Good boy. They only have a budget of $100. You can't do anything meaningful for $100. Return the PC and suggest they focus on saving a new mission. No. If they're having an issue because the city's too big, I would probably say the RAM? The upgraded RAM fails to fix the problem, so the customer withholds payment and instead draws a rude sketch and slides it under your door. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. The telephone rouses you from a vivid dream. I dream about very random things. They were dancing baboons. I threw my alarm clock out the window again. You need the PC to be really quiet. The noise of all the fans is ruining the work they're doing. I mean, yeah, I guess the water cooling loop would be quieter than all the air cooling. It's 5 pieces of stock, but 750 bucks, worth it. I got 3 things for 20 bucks. Customers thrilled with their newly muted machine. Your wallet and your local rep get a healthy boost. Be part of a sleep study with these dreams. I probably should. Impressed by your service to the community, the local vicar offers you the use of a shed behind the church hall. It could make a tidy little workshop and would only cost you a one-time donation of $5 to the church fund. You know what? Sure. It's going all right, you know? Then can even drop a few coins into the donations box. You can see the crafty later counting the clinks. You are catching a power nap in the workshop when a customer rouses you by coughing loudly. The volume of the cough suggests they had been trying for quite some time. I really do sleep a lot in the PC building simulator version of PC Building Sim. Customer has run out of space for some kind of large files. The budget is $150. I'm just gonna add a hard drive. So yeah, I earned 150 bucks. My reputation goes up by 5. Oh, the rep is over there. Another power nap that they have to cough. Recently upgraded their own CPU. After just a few minutes running their favorite game, the PC blue screens. I mean, probably a thermal paste, yeah. Yeah. They forgot to put the thermal paste on. That's all it takes to repair the problem. The customer thanks you profusely and pays you cash on the spot. Lovely. 250 bucks. Nice. You seem to have established such a solid local reputation that you are asked to present some prizes for computer science at a local school. Will you accept? Yes. You have a lovely day and you only swear twice on stage. No hard swears either. The second one even got a cheer from the kids. Playing a game and a game. Yeah, very meta. I didn't know this was a thing until today. But man, this is a great version of the game. Oh, did my internet fucking die? No. It was just being weird on my end. I think we're okay. I'm hip with the kids. Yeah, they like my swears. Your recent financial success has brought a few old pals out of the woodwork who seem to think you still owe them money from bygone ages. It's no use trying to tell these jackals that an IOU may or may not have written on a beer mat in 1989 isn't legally binding. All told, it's going to cost you $175 to get them off your back, but it will probably be an even bigger hit to your reputation if you don't. Will you pay them? Sure, I've got the money. You squeeze the requisite cash from your wallet with a grimace, cutthroats, and pirates, every last one of them. On passing the fountain in the local park, your eye is drawn to the glint of small change beneath the water. Presumably the visitors who threw it in have already made their wishes, and the money is now more or less sitting there for the taking. I'm not going to scoop that up. No reason for you to risk your currently dry and dignified position by larking about in fountains. Exactly. I feel like there was probably a rep hit if you did that, but you got money. So I'm like, you know, we'll play it safe. I need more parts. You're tinkering in the workshop, trying to stop the new doorbell from playing dubstep every time someone even walks past the door when a customer breezes in from the street. It plays a complex space management game that has recently suffered from their PC blue screening just as the game is hotting up. They're also convinced the PC is making slightly less noise than before. I mean, I'm thinking that's probably high tiny. I'm thinking that's probably a dead CPU cooler because the fan's not going, which is why it's getting hot and it's quieter. And that's also meaning the CPU is overheating, which is causing the blue screens. That did it. Chalk up another one for Tim. I'm Tim? Apparently I'm Tim. You are enjoying a bag of crisps on public transport when an acquaintance approaches you and asks if you would be able to fix their computer. There is a hand cam. I know since I'm doing a lot of reading, my hands have not been on the desk much. They're usually below it. Messing with this. But the customer's daughter's friends are laughing at her boring looking PC. What can we do for $150 to make it look more up to date? Their budget is $150. Oh, you're British. I might be a wee... No, absolutely not, you wee bastard. We're a proud Scotsman. I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I can't do a British accent, right? So we've got to be Scottish. I mean, if it's a boring looking PC, I mean, the wallpaper is not going to do it. Oh, alright, well, I suppose that was to be a wee bit expected now, wasn't it? Let me get my timer started. That's fine. Okay. Alright, sorry, I had to message some folks. I can do a bit of a British accent, not that it's great, but it's some sort of... Yeah, exactly. Sometimes that, you know, that's enough. As long as you're enjoying it, that's what's important, Tiny, alright? Don't worry about it. Alright, so they want it to look nicer. I'm just gonna get it in a better cage. Is filled with a new look for her computer and promises to tell all her friends about it. Top job. I have no more stock. You wouldn't think... Wait, so I can't just get more stock? I only made it to day 14 as well. That's crazy. Well, alright. Can I play Fall Guys? don't know if I can. I don't think I can. I think I just gonna say that. Alright, what's wormy? Let's find out. Let's find out what wormy is a wee bit, yeah? Sorry. Alright, setting that down. Oh, I forget you can see me scooting in and out of my desk now. Oh. Alright, it's just Snake. I was never very good at Snake. But that's fine, we got this. We're gonna do great. Oh, we're gonna do something at least. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Bruh. That's fine. Alright. Let's actually go and build a PC now, eh? So what we're gonna do... Let's see, so we need a case first. Okay, I kind of want to see. Can I sort stuff in here? Oh, I can. So they have the north. I've never built on the north IRL. I've known plenty of people that have. Well, they do. We'll do the black north. There we go. That's lovely. Gonna come through, take stuff out of here. Don't worry about it. Basically, how every good PC build starts. Camera's up. You just kind of go through and just pull everything off of the case. I don't think I need that pulled out, though. Alright. So what we need now is a motherboard. Socket, let's do... You know what? Wait, they have 1851 in here? Oh, this is like current gen stuff. Jesus. Rip everything off. Got it. Exactly. They also have AM5. You know what? We'll do an AM5 build, sure. Let's see. Can I select brands? Yes. ASRock is good. Gigabyte's good. MSI. Mortoni, I think, is... I don't even know if that one's real. EVGA is probably good, but they don't make a lot. Asus, I would rather not. Alright. Riptide, the Nova Wi-Fi. I've seen that board, actually. That's a pretty solid board. As is the... I think I'm going to go with the Riptide, because I almost bought one at one point. So we got an ASRock Riptide. There you go. Pull that out, because they will need to be pulled out at some point. Anyways, open that. Let's grab a CPU. It's going to be AMD. Socket AM5, because it's going to be that. So they don't have the X3Ds. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a Ryzen 7 9700X. That's a solid option. Go ahead and close that. And then we need thermal paste. At which point, CPU cooling. Actually, what do they have? Do they have deep cool? They do. I don't have any of the good stuff. Do they have sight? They do not. Be quiet. Do they have the good ones? The Dark Rock Pro 4. Yes, we'll take that. Actually, no. I didn't mean to put that in because that's going to have to come out to get the RAM out. We're going to get the RAM. Alright, so we're going to do RAM first. Dedicated WAM. Thermal paste. Ascian, I'm pretty sure it's highly toxic. I don't think you should be doing that. DDR5. Oh, it's all kind of there. Let's do me see Ripjaws. Thank you for the hydrate die. Glug glug. I'm gonna say fuck it. Go with the PNYs. I like PNY. We're going with 4 sticks. I feel like I had the emphasis on the wrong. Wait, there. Not deep cool. It was a be quiet. I just caught a cute wren blink. Since I have the iPhone now, there's something else that I can do that I couldn't do before. Trust me, I tried. I can wink. Alright, that's a very beefy cooler. Ooh, that's very close. But it fits. Alright, fans. Case fans. Do they have Arctic? They do. PWM blacks, yes. Good. Whoops. Damn it. Didn't mean to do that. It's fine. Ah, yes, we want those to set up as intakes. I like how I can't install that with the cooler installed. I don't really need to, though. It's too cute. It's very cute. It's adorable. I couldn't do it with the webcam tracking. It just didn't work. Now I can. I'm like, hee 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 hee. Alright. I need a power supply. They have like a Seasonic? No, you have Corsair. I'll take Corsair. We'll do an 850X. That's the power supply that I actually have. Oh. That apparently has to come out first. Come back and do Corsair 850X. Okay, good. Oh, I've also realized I did a dumb. I forgot to install any SSDs. Let's get rid of that. Storage. For M.2s. Team group, A data. Kingston. You know what? We'll do the PNYs again. Sure. Put 2 of them in. Close that. Alright. How you been lately? I've been okay. I've been alright. Not horrible. And actually, I want to say... I've actually got... Ooh, they not only have the A series, they actually have the B series already. So we're gonna put a B750. I have that card. You guys have seen it. PC shroud needs to go back on. That side panel goes on there. Side panel goes on there. Front panel goes there. Top panel. And side panel. Not cloning, just the regular USB drive. Q. Turn it off, turn it back on. There we go. And now we built and computer. That's a decent looking system, I think. I like it. It's, you know, it's a lot of fan, but that's what a lot of computers are. Did you rest? Have I rested properly? Absolutely not. I'm gonna take you. Should I kidnap you? You know what? Go for it. I'm down for it. I'm here for it. So yeah, now we have that computer down there, which is not actually plugged in, but I can't crash to see, but there's no cables connected to that fella. Ghost PC apparently. But There's a beefy 3090 on that one. I kind of just want to pull this one apart a little bit. Kind of an ugly case. Not a fan of that. That is a massive 3090. Which I kind of want to see. Graphics cards. Cost high to low. They do have 4090s. That palette one actually looks kind of nice. They also have XTXs. Including the reference XTX. I've never seen that card before, but it actually looks kind of cool. Jesus Christ. Okay, hold up. I can't. Oh, nope. I forgot how massive that is. Alright, you gotta do that. Jesus Christ. That thing is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now there's a 4090 paired with an i3. As there should be, I guess. Yeah, $3,000 GPU. Bruh. Put the side panel back on. Surprised it fits so barely. But alright. I know we didn't do much, but my stomach is getting very, very upset about something, and I don't honestly know what. So it's been a short stream. I'm glad to be back. Glad I got to show you guys some stuff. Let me figure out how to quit the game. Yes, we want to quit. Okay. Now I need to see who is live that I can raid to. Who is live that I can raid to that I haven't been able to raid to in a while. I don't. Thank you for the head pat, Dahe. I'm trying to think people that are normally not streaming when I finish. You know, I don't think I've raided Fenry in a bit. Miss you. I miss you too. Back from the shower. Oh, he's back. He's back just as we're ending. I know it was short, but my stomach is upset and I'm tired and I need to reassemble several computers. It's alright. Clav, no, don't cry. Don't cry. If you start crying, I'm gonna start crying and no one wants to see that. But yes, I think we're gonna raid out Consider. I hope I can too. We will see. Because I was hoping to work out tonight, but if my stomach is doing this, that's not happening either. We're gonna go right out to Fenry, who is, I think, doing also a hand cam crafts. Making, like, he's doing a crochet. So, go say hi to him. He's very sweet. Thank you very much for being here. I know this was short. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. Regardless, I hope you had a good time. I appreciate you all a lot. I may be playing Fast Food Sim on Thursday with some people. Even if I don't play Fast Food Sim on Thursday, I'll probably try to stream something else. So there will be a stream on Thursday regardless. I just don't know if it will be a collab or not yet. Because I'm organized and don't know what I'm doing. But yes, I will see you all next time. I appreciate you all. Bye-bye.